Brother lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in other parts of the world. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. Arsenal have damaged Crystal Palace 4-1. A brace from Bukayo Saka, a beautiful goal from Gabriel Martinelli, and Xhaka back onto the score sheet as well. Like I said, it's the way we bounce back. It's the way we respond to getting knocked out of the Europa League, and we've just done that in style. Arsenal are now 8 points clear. Of course, we played one more game more than Manchester City, but that could actually not matter if Manchester City go into the next game against Liverpool and drop points. I'm only hoping, this is very, very hypothetical. If they drop points against Liverpool, it could mean that Arsenal are around 7 or 8 points clear, and that is very, very huge in the title race. Hit the like button for me, subscribe to the podcast as well. Who was your man of the match in this game? It could be Saka with the breast, because he actually was very, very lively today. It was very, very lively. I thought Odegaard was also very good. I thought Partey controlled the midfield very well, and Ben White actually also played very, very well. But in my opinion, man of the match, I'll go with Bukayo Saka. I thought, look, it's been a while ever since I said on the channel after in a match reaction, and I said that Saka has been lively, and I said Saka has been very, very, very good. But today I thought he was very good. He was very, very good. I think he was pushing for that hat-trick. But the problem with Arsenal is that at times when we score 3, when we score 4, we just stop, right? We just seem to stop. We just seem to end the game. But it could have been 5, it could have been 6, and Saka could have got his own hat-trick in this game. So my man of the match is Bukayo Saka for me. I'll go with him. An assist, by the way, for Gabriel Martinelli, and 2 goals in the game. He's contributed 3 out of the 4 goals, directly involving in 3 out of the 4 goals that we have scored today. Definitely, it's got to be man of the match. If you have anyone in the comment box below, let's have the discussion. Who was your man of the match in this game? Right. So look, it was always going to be a very difficult game, right? Because we went into midweek. We thought we were going to beat Sporting CP easily. It didn't happen. We were disappointed. It was kind of a shock. And I think I always say this, that you're always going to have those bad moments. You're always going to have those bad runs. But how about winning 4 out of 4 games in this month? Arsenal have not lost a single point in March. We've played 4 games in the Premier League and won all of them, beating 2 clubs. Actually, have we played 4 or 5? We played 4. We've beaten Fulham away. We've beaten Crystal Palace at home. We have beaten Everton at home. We have also beaten, I think, Leicester City at home as well. So 4 games in the Premier League, and Arsenal have won all of them. That was always going to be a very, very big defining point in the title race. If you can go 5 games in a row, or maybe 6 games in a row, just winning, it creates a lot of momentum. It creates a lot of respect from the opponents. It creates a lot of confidence in the team. And when you look at this Arsenal team right now, we're playing with a lot of confidence. We're playing with a lot of, zeal, belief, the togetherness that the team has, and the belief that we will have to, we will get there. The belief that Arsenal can do it. The belief that the players can do it. You can easily see it in their eyes. You can see the fire. You can see the bubbles in their eyes. And there's so many things I liked about this game. There's so many things that we did right in this game. And number 1 was creating chances and taking them. Look, we've talked about all these other scenarios where Arsenal create chances, where Arsenal don't take their chances. But what about this game today? How about creating around 5 chances? For me, it was around 5 or 6 chances, and Arsenal scored 4 of them. Martinelli's finish, class. Saka's finishes, class. Xhaka's finish, class. And you look at the way we built up to those goals. You look at the way we were playing. You look at the way we were dominating. And you think we deserve to win by such a margin. We deserved to win by such a scoreline. 4 goals. And it happened. I'm very, very happy today, because it's not one of those evenings where I'm like, we should have scored 6. We should have scored 5. Look, we could have scored 5. I think there was a chance for, was it Odegaard, who had a very, very clear-cut chance through on goal. But I don't remember so many chances that we have wasted in this game vis-a-vis the chances that we have finished. And that was a very, very big, point, because the games that are coming up, Liverpool, Manchester City, Chelsea, Newcastle, those are games that you will need to take your chances. They're going to be big games, and you will have to be at your best. So if we start doing that in the Fulham game, we took 3 of the numerous chances that we actually created. Sporting CP, I thought we should have buried that game. We had a couple of chances as well. Maybe, the goalkeeper was actually very, very brilliant, and we let that go. But today, we were absolutely, fantastic. So the first half is one of the things that you've got to talk about. We have massively improved the way we approach games in the first half, especially our last 2 games, or our last 3 games actually, in all competition. We won 1-0 against Sporting. We won 3-0 at halftime against Fulham, and we also won 2-0 at halftime against Crystal Palace. And that actually is a new trend from the earlier on trend that we were creating. I told you about this. The Arsenal have been failing to win, their first half, I think, for around 6 games. And you look at those 6 games, we've been struggling to pick up points. We've been winning games late. We've been dropping points. Every single game that we didn't, lead at halftime, this year in 2023, we have actually struggled. Apart from maybe the Leicester City game. But again, that one, it was close. It was 1-0. So the first half was very impressive. Arsenal literally came in that game knowing that the fans need a response. And we as a team, we need to give the manager a response. We need to give ourselves a response. We need to give ourselves a reason to believe that we were dropped out of the Europa League because we are fighting for the bigger prize. Now, I've already said in my recent video that I'm hurt about Arsenal getting out of the Europa League, and I thought it was careless, it was uncalled for. We could have won that game. We could have played our best 11 in both games, and we would have been alright. But to get out of that competition, it gives us a moment to realize, wow, there is one thing to fight for now. And maybe that's the advantage. Maybe that's the only advantage about getting kicked out of the Europa League, that we can now focus on that one thing that matters. And that is, the Premier League. And that response, right at half time, it showed me a team that believes that we are out of the Europa League. That's not what we wanted. We always wanted to win the Premier League. We always wanted to go for the bigger prize. And of course, it's an opportunity that we actually grabbed by our hands. You know it. You are 8 points clear. If Manchester City do not win their game in hand, I think they play West Ham. It's the game in hand. Of course, we know last season it was a 2-2 draw when they played West Ham in the first leg, right? Jared Bowen doing all this magic stuff and everything. So if West Ham maybe could nick a point against Manchester City or even Liverpool, Arsenal have a chance of going around 8, 9, 10 points clear. And this margin that we have created right now is going to be very important when it comes to, number one, the next games that are coming up. 6 games in a space of 4 weeks. The gap is going to be very, very important. We will need to protect it. We will need to, stand by, the form that we're actually doing, doing right now. And we will also need to, to look at, the last 4 games and go, if we can win 4 out of the 6, look, if you beat Manchester City, for me, and you win another 3, in April, it just creates a lot of difference. It just makes a lot of sense, right? So for me, look, I'm very, very happy with the way the team has played at halftime. Second half, I thought Crystal Palace grew a little bit into the game. They scored. I didn't understand Ben White's decision to kick the ball into a corner. Now, I didn't understand that. It looked like a little bit, cheeky, playful, maybe. But I didn't understand that. He had so many options. One was to do what he did, Number 2 was to play back the ball back to the goalkeeper. Number 4, put it out for a throw in. He had so many options, but playing it out for a corner, and then we considered Ramsdale must be absolutely furious. But the second half, I liked the way we managed the game. It was all about game management, getting another 2 good goals in there. Just make sure that you're doing all right. Do not allow Crystal Palace to open the game and close the advantage. And scoring goal number 3 earlier, actually, it meant a lot. It really took the game away from Crystal Palace. They're already away. They're gross. They are purely demotivated. They're uninspiring other side. And when you look at them and you're like, yeah, they have to lose at the Emirates, right? So let's talk about the goals. Number 1, the Gabriel Martinelli goal. Superb. Purely superb. What I like about that is the ball shifts very quickly from Bukayo Saka's right-hand side, and within a split second, it is on Gabriel Martinelli's left-hand side. And what he does to take a step and draw the defender in, and then take a shot, it was absolutely brilliant. Because what that does, it allows him to go 2-3 steps inside. Now, the young goalkeeper, I don't think he has anything to do with any of the goals that actually happened today. Crystal Palace are purely bogus as a side, to be honest, right? But Martinelli, I wonder why, when he takes that penalty in midweek, he takes it with his right foot. I wonder why. He's one of the best left wingers in the world. You've got to embrace your left foot. You've got to do whatever you have to do with your left foot, because every piece of magic, every piece of I don't know that he does it comes from his left foot, right? And that goal today, again, pure class. Now he's got 15 goal involvements in around 26 games this season. That's brilliant. I said he would score around 15. He's got 2 goals to go to 15. I think he'll score more than 15, maybe 16, maybe 17. I liked the goal. I really liked the goal. I like the way Saka pushes that ball across the penalty area, and no one is there for Crystal Palace to tap it away. And maybe that's kind of a weakness, and we got lucky, a little bit lucky there, because Palace, I'm looking at them, I'm like, every goal Arsenal scored today, you had a chance to react. You had a chance to push the ball away. You had a chance to do whatever you could. You could have to stop the goal, but they didn't. Now the second goal, Bukayo Saka's finish. First and foremost, the ball from Ben White is very good. I've always said that Ben White is not a right back, and we all know he's not a right back. We all know that he's not the best right back you'll ever have. But today, he was purely brilliant. There were so many moments where I thought he was producing those very good passes to allow Saka running in behind, to allow Martin Odegaard running in behind. And when you needed him defensively, he was also there and was very firm and was very strong, right? But Saka's finish for the second goal is brilliant, purely brilliant. Because when he gets that ball, he has so many options, because he's got a very good right foot and he's got a very good left foot. So what he does is he takes a simple step, right? He takes a simple touch, and that allows him to open his body up. From there, the finish is going to be glorious. It was always going to be glorious. And in the end, it was purely glorious. But I think the best goal in the evening has been Granit Xhaka's goal. The passes with Leandro Trossard, that was a good goal. That was a very good goal. I tell you what, when I looked at it first time, I thought it was one of these usual goals. But when you watch it again, Xhaka plays that ball into Trossard, and then Trossard just waits for a split second. Xhaka makes the run, and then he plays that ball into the path of Granit Xhaka. And the finish is also very good, because Xhaka still has a lot of work to do. Just takes it up above the goalkeeper. That's a very brilliant goal. It should be goal of the weekend for me. Yeah, it should be goal of the weekend. It was purely brilliant. Of course, goal number 4, that is what you expect from Kieran Tierney, and that's what we know he's capable of doing. He's one of those players that are very quick, very fast. I think he created around 3 big chances when he came on the pitch, okay? So that is what he's good at, right? He will run, and unlike all these other players, Benjamin White and all the others, he always gets his head up, picks out a player, and that's what he did on goal number 4. And Saka does very well to be in that position because, with his left foot, when he goes for it first time, it's always going to be in the back of the net. And it was a very, very good goal to watch. So for me, I'm going to say this game is one of the best we've played at the Emirates, especially when it needs a response. When you need a response, when you need to bounce back, when you need to come back and prove a point. It's one of the best games we've played at the Emirates Stadium this season. Saka has been lively. Martinelli has been lively. Trossard was very, very good when he actually started the game. He has now contributed 7 goal contributions actually. Assisting 6 times and scoring once ever since he started playing for Arsenal. Again, an assist for him today for Granit Xhaka. So Trossard is such a beautiful, beautiful signing. But still, I'll go with Bukayo Saka as my player of the match. 2 goals and an assist. Let me know in the comment box below who's your man of the match. What is your moment of the match, and which goal was actually better one for you to watch? And I'll speak to you right into the next one.